hello everyone, this will be a tutorial on how to install Blockbench, use Blockbench, and I'm also gonna be creating a train along the way of this tutorial on how to use Blockbench and install Blockbench. Installing Blockbench will be one of the hardest parts since we've got to find it off the internet, go to an older version. So if we don't use a newer version, then Minecraft will not be able to detect the versions. So we're going to have to be using an older version. So let's find it. So just open up your browser. I use Firefox, and just type in what you want to be looking for. So just type in Blockbench. Look on the Blockbench place. This is a little bit of a description on how to do it. Let's hit the download button. Now click on this. Save file. So do not do this. GitHub release page. This only gives us the latest version. So go to the GitHub release page. And this will give us every single version. 5.4? No, not the right version. We have to scroll all the way down to 4.16.2, I think it is. Here, it's the patch 4.4.6 I mean. So I'll click on this. And now I think it should download. Oh, yeah. So let's download the exe installer. Click on that and it will download it. I'm not going to do that because I've already installed Blockbench. So I'm going to open up this and I'll find my downloads folder. Now I'll open up our Blockbench model. I'm going to open up OBS Studios 2 just to see how my volume is going. Oh yes, make sure you install it, so that's good. It's installing, we can wait. So, and before you open up this, let me switch to Eggy Bobcat.
Hello, Eggy Bobcat here. So Blockbench, as soon as you open it, it wants to update to the latest version, which is a bit of a problem because there seems to be a bug with the latest version and MTR. Is that right, Ace Lizard?
Yes, it definitely is.
Okay, so the workaround that I'm using, there may be better workarounds, but what I've been doing is just a setting in the firewall. So I just go to the advanced and I'll go to inbound rules and outbound rules. So we just want to create a new rule for Blockbench in the ingoing and outgoing rules. So you just need to find where it's located. So we can do that by finding the Blockbench shortcut and just going to properties, and here we go. This is the path for it, so we can copy that and we can go to firewall and we can just go new rule for a program, next, and then you put in the path that you just found, and next, and we just want to block the connection. I won't do that, but that's how it's done. Same again for the outbound, and now it won't update. So whenever you open up Blockbench, it wants to update to the latest, but if it can't see the internet or connect to the internet, it can't update. So that was our workaround. Carry on, Age Lizard.
Okay, well now that Eggy Cat has explained how to do it successfully, we'll start by clicking on Generic Model. Now we'll hit Create a New Model. Now we can create our new model. What should we call our model? So I'm going to be making a random model out of my imaginary mind. Let's call it Example for now. We can always change it in the future. There we go. If you use per face UV, the model will not render correctly in game. So please use the box UV for this test. I like to change my texture size to 128 just for more convenience. This is not how it will start, so just pop textures. Just pop it over here. And then put UV over here. So something like this is what it should look like by default. Now, we're going to need to create our first cube for here. So since we're going to have to be starting with a floor, of course. So with a train, you need a floor. And to make our model, so there's going to be a forwards, backwards and trailer versions. We're going to be jamming every single part of our model into one little combined thing. It'll be very little, yet it will have thousands of parts inside it. So add a cube and our lengths. Let's figure out a length. So I'm kind of going to make it a long train. I think I'll have it 20. No. Sorry, 20 pixels. No. So what we're going to do is we're going to go onto, well, not this of course, but just go into your start bar and type in calculator. There we go, we found our calculator app. Let me put it over here so you guys can see it. Since I wanted to make mine 20, we're going to have to put in 20 times 16. Is that the pixels there is in one block? 320. That means we'll be having this to be 320. Now oh my god, that looks stupid. Well, there's an insanely long train. That's not even correct. So it's supposed to be 320 on this direction. And this one it's supposed to be 48. Not that. 48. No, not 498. 48. There. Now I've got this. So, yeah, that's not where it's supposed to be rendering. So I'll move it over to our correct spot. There. Already we can see our UV is way too small. 1024 will be our UV now. Oh, not 024. 1024. There, so we've got our UV right here. So now, we're going to be creating our group for the train. So we'll create our group. Now, just hit rename. We'll call this floor, obviously, since it's a floor. What else would I call it?
Age Lizard, what's the significance of groups?
Well, a group makes it so we can sort it out really nicely. So I don't have to look, oh yeah, that cube is for making a little teacup or something. Now we can find what the group name is called and navigate to the correct cube, so we can always edit it. So that's why I love to add groups. There's our simple floor. I think the next thing that we should add is a driver's cab. So, add a cube. This will be called head. If you don't know what a head means, it means the cab of the train. Might hear this around the world calling it a head. Who knows, you may not. Let's zoom in and see what we've got for our cube. So I'm kind of going to make it a sloped face. I'll make this 46. And now, this is a new cool thing that we're going to be learning. Click on this resize bit. And now I can just do this. This is super fun. That's something that you can learn now. Now that we're going to be using a rotate tool. We're only going to be adjusting this by around 7.5 degrees it looks. And now I will change the position of this. I'll duplicate this, which you probably just learnt by now. Resize, make this 16. So, sorry for my bad nose today. That's a little bit of an issue. There. Now I will, oh my goodness, what is happening with this UV? The UV is tiny. It's actually ginormous. I made this slightly wrong. This has to be one more pixel up. There. Now we'll move these 3 cubes inside the head bit. Now I think I'll create a, what do I call it? Walls, that's right. Can't think what a wall is called. Oh. Okay, now that is the 0 coordinate. I'll do this. And now I'll slowly fill in this bit right here. Now I'll duplicate this bit. And now I'll resize this. So if I look here, it's all fully sized. Now if I just duplicate all these, I can merge them to the other side. No, not that way. Bad head pieces. I know these are glitching through here, but do not worry about that. Will not affect in any way. They'll make it go wrong. I'll change that. Now of course I need here's our UV so far. A little bit strange, not too bad.
Lizard, what's the UV?
Well, a UV basically just takes every single face of our model, transforms it onto a single face. Like there's around a few set of like almost 10 faces there. So it just flattens out the entire model without ruining the model. It's for the texture. And the textures we'll dive deeper into textures around the part 5 of this video. Yeah. So there's going to be multiple parts. There'll be around 4 parts for the modelling, another 4 for the texturing, and then I would say around 3 for importation, or like importing it into Minecraft, which we can see right here. We have our game. This is a 700 model that I tried to re-import. It's already been added, but I was just trying to re-import it, so yeah. So we're going to be importing it like that train. So here's our head. Now I reckon we should probably start like expanding this one. And this one is 17. Okay, there. Now I'll create a new cube. I'll put it into here. And also, if you didn't know already, I got a new microphone for this video, so that's pretty cool. So hopefully you enjoyed the new microphone. We only got it today. Hopefully the video quality might be a little bit better with the speech. If it's a little quiet, sorry about that, because I'm kind of sick at the moment. Not too sick, I'm recovering at the moment, but not feeling the best. So that is almost the entire head finished. I almost forgot to add the roof. And I think we need roofs for our train. How important is that? Oh, what? I saw something down here. Alt drag to dupe. Oh, it doesn't work. Nope, that does not work. I don't know why it doesn't work. Not that. Cube. Now I'll create it to be the wolf. I'm gonna move down everything. There. That's better. Let's find this little cubie. Okay. So after a little bit of frustration with this roof, I've got this sorted. Hi there. I need to make it for the entire train. I forgot about the. So that means I'll move. Be one in the Y. Now just resize it to be needs to be 320. I think it's wrong. Oi, 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 oi. Let's get out a cube to check this. Okay. Now that checking this. That looks right. I'll create this to be side here, so this will be called roof. Now place this inside roof. So that means, because there's a group inside of a group, that means if I do this, it closes up roof too. So that's like really nice again. So I can also hide it. So there we are for that. And for this video, it's mainly only going to be really the basics of the video. So I guess bye.